believe Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and shout.
We're seeing why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills going undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Dom's dad went and you didn't go. But
Yeah.
Oh, hello. We are live. We are live and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast. And we're definitely excited today. We're happy. Football is coming back to Buffalo. We took a little bit of hiatus in the bye week. Shout out to the guys who came on a pod, even though obviously they're part of the pod, Mike D and the Bills, but they necessarily
held it down. They held us down.
Yeah, they
man.
definitely held us down. Appreciate that. Pinch hit had, we kind of took a week off. Much needed, but we're back. We're back. Let me just do this real quickly. I got some Chipotle being delivered right now. But yeah, so just had to get that out the way. But yeah, let me introduce the guys. You know what I'm saying? You see them, our guy, your guy, Matt, aka Matty Ice. Matt, what's up, man? Matt, you muted.
You muted, bro.
It's been a week. I know you got to get acclimated.
Took the week off. Glad to be back. Talk some football with the guys.
Glad to see you. Glad to have you back, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I took care of that, and you see him, our guy, your guy, Rad, aka All Purpose Rad. Rad, what's up?
What's good, man? It was not weird, but I guess not as exciting weekend as football. Not watching the Bills game. You watch football, but then at some point in time you get a Bills game in, so it makes it much better this week. You didn't have that, so it was still fun. Football, fantasy is still there. It's the other things, but not having the Bills game, it was not. It was an average. It was a cool weekend. Not the best.
Absolutely, and we're definitely going to get into a lot of that on this show. But before we do that, Matt, please let the people know who sponsors this show today.
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by the good people at Buffalo Wing Kings. There's two things here that the guys at the Overdue Bills podcast know. That's Bills football and that's wings. Our first choice and the best choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. Football season, guys and girls. Monday Night Football going on right now. We got the Sunday night game coming up this week. Definitely get your orders in at Buffalo Wing Kings. Stop down and see them at 484 Elmwood Avenue or give them a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say and we know they got the best wings in town, hands down. And make sure you mention our name, the Overdue Bills podcast. Get 10% off your order.
Yes, sir.
Shout out the Wing Kings, and we definitely about to talk about them. For sure, man, because it's Josh Allen says some things that we got to get straight. We got to get straight. But with that being said, let's get into a little bit of housekeeping real quickly. Shout out to 26 Shirts. Shout out to 26 Shirts and Buffalo fan base. You could go on the website, look them up on all your social platforms to see what 26 Shirts is all about. And shout out to OverdueBillsPod.com, OverdueBillsPod.com. That's where you can find all Overdue Bills content, all Overdue Bills merch. Listen, we got different flavors, different colors. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready for. I know it's hot. We got a couple of days of good weather, but we're ready for hoodies.
Yeah, thank me, guys. I brought Atlanta back to Buffalo with me. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you later.
Shout out Rad. Shout out Rad. He brought Atlanta back. But let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Please like, share, rate, and review. Please do that right now. And all right, quick question of the day. And I wanted to ask you guys, we had a lot of time to reflect. We had a week to reflect. We didn't play, and we had a week to reflect. So I'm going to ask you, through 7 weeks, how do you think the Bills improved from last year? All right. You saw the team last year. Just through these 7 weeks, how do you think the Bills improved from last year, Matt?
Well, just from a defensive line standpoint, we're getting home a lot more. With the addition of Von Miller and the other guys on the defensive line, we're definitely definitely getting home a lot easier, than last year. So I think that's an instant upgrade from last year's season.
Yeah, for me, definitely. I think the main thing is that we become more consistent offensively. Josh has hit that stride where he can, he not. I mean, it's only through 7 weeks, but he haven't had that. Oh my God, just terrible game, 5 turnovers or something crazy like that, or just inconsistent where the offense got a punt all or something like that. And the main thing on defense is we stop and run. Right, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor. Remember all those games where people ran all over us, and right now we're stopping them run for the most part. Ain't as lethal, or they clearly the Achilles heel coming into Buffalo. You knew, we just got to run. We run against them early, get them in play action. We can move their defense, we can move their zone. But right now, the additions of Von Miller, Phillips, and those guys, they holding down that front. Edmonds and Milano are coming plugging holes. Our run defense is formidable. All right, we got the best defense in the football and the best offense in football. So of course we're better. The coaching is better. Everything is better. I think everybody stepped up. I don't think not one person. I think every even the old line playing better. I think overall every part of the team has gotten better.
Shout out to the comments, man. The comments jumping already. There's a lot of funny things going on in the comments. Appreciate y'all. But I'll say for me, where did we get better? For me, culture, right? We've been talking about building culture for about 3 years. And I think what has happened is we're finally getting to that place. And I'm going to tell you, it's Von Miller, it's Stephon Diggs, right? And primarily Von Miller from this standpoint, it's a championship culture that he brought to the team. I really do believe that. Stephon Diggs, he's him. You know what I'm saying? He's him. That's who he is. Like when people say, who is Stephon Diggs? Him. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, when you look at that, and then like a Josh Allen, like people keep saying it. Josh Allen got that what? He got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? He got like that's culture building. Like when you look to your right, you look to your left, and it's just like, yo, listen, if we gonna go down, I want to go down with these guys right next to me because I know we going all out. We're putting our all on the field. And I think in the beginning of Josh Allen's tenure and even Stephon Diggs, everybody didn't believe that. Everybody didn't know that. But now when we move forward, I'm telling you, culture now is better than it was. I know, Mike, you say that, but let me tell you this, and I'm going to be honest. Here's the key. Culture without talent is irrelevant. We play for Hutch Tech. We know that. Right, like that's just like that's the fact. Like shout out to Fouls. He tried to build culture. We didn't necessarily always have the talent to match the culture. It never works out. It just never works out. Sometimes you have talent with no culture. But in this situation, it's a blend. We got the talent.
I don't know what they both doing over in the Giants. Man, I don't think they got talent.
Well, I think that's more so not culture, but coaching. It's a difference. But I think what you see now with the Bills. We have the talent and we also have the culture to win a Super Bowl, right? Like the Giants not going to win a Super Bowl, but what we do, we have the talent and the culture to win a Super Bowl. And shout out to Ed Jackson. Yes, shout out to Hutch Tech. Y'all know the vibes. All the engineers out there, we appreciate y'all. All right. So I kind of wanted to go in to kind of give, I don't want to say a mid-season review because it's not mid-season, but after the bye, kind of a retrospective thing just to think about it. But let's go into this. I wanted to go something lighthearted because Josh Allen kind of got me upset. Not gonna lie, Josh Allen got me upset. Somebody was interviewing Josh Allen. They asked him his top 3 restaurants in Buffalo, right? His top 3 restaurants in Buffalo. And one of them was a wing spot, and it wasn't the right wing spot. I'm going to just put it like that. No, we're not going to give anybody no promo on this show. But I'm going to ask you, Matt.
Besides Wing Kings.
Yeah, absolutely. Besides Wing Kings. So I'm gonna ask you, Matt. Besides the Wing Kings, if this is lighthearted, y'all. So we're gonna get into nitty gritty. But Matt, if you were explaining, about Buffalo, eateries and all that, and Buffalo, I do believe we have some of the best food in the world. No, he did not, Mike. Tara, she's in the comments. Shout out to Tara Hogan. Class of 2010 hashtag. She said the right name. I'm not gonna say it on this podcast. Well, but Matt, if you had to explain, right? a great eatery in Buffalo, right? You had to say, "Oh, this is where you should go," because Josh Allen, he was all over the place. I don't know what he was doing, but Matt, what would you say? You can give me two. Obviously, our first choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. That's
all day.
Yes, all day, every day.
All day. So me, I'm a bar food dude. Just like that's the basics in Buffalo. So all when I go smoke cigars, usually downtown or wherever I'm at. People come in. Where should I eat? Obviously, you give them your list of wing places. Wing Kings is always up in the top. Always. But then at regular restaurants, I like Bada Bing. You can't go wrong there. They're the vibe, the menu is very easy, everything's very good all the time.
You would tell somebody to go to Bada Bing if they just, like, let me get some grilled, like, give me some food.
Yeah, you'll get some food.
Okay, I was asking. Okay.
And then also, actually, Tara in the comments again, she hit it again. But Kelly's Corner, it's kind of like what Buffalo
out here.
What Buffalo kind of is, man. It's like a little dive bar, but it's got everything. It's got your beef on weck, which is one of the best beef on wecks in Buffalo. You got your wings, you got your chicken fingers that make the homemade lava sauce. It's just very simple, but it's very good. So I'll tell everybody to go to Kelly's.
Interesting. Little Buffalo culture. Listen, we had a bye week. We had a lot of time to think. But I don't know what wing nuts is. I'm gonna say pause on that. I'm not sure if you're just being.
No, that's a good spot.
Oh, it's a spot. Oh, I thought that was a joke. I didn't know.
It's a different spot, like a different type of wing. Is the owners, they like spent years crafting the perfect wing, is how they kind of tell the story. And
too bad they fell short because Wing Kings.
Yeah, shout out to Wing Kings. It's
a whole different style, though. It's a whole different style. We're talking just regular wings. It's a whole different style, man.
I didn't know, because I only know Wing Kings, but I did know that is my cousin. I do know he know eateries. You know what I mean? I'm just put it out there like that. But Rad, what's some spots? Give us, and if you're in the comments right now, you're a Buffalo native, give us some spots, because I hope Josh Allen sees this. I don't know if he's going to see this, but Josh Allen needs to see this, because if you want some good pizza and wings, I think Bocce's is right up there. Oh my God, this is not what we're saying. I don't know what's going on. Bocce's is not a good place to go eat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're bugging. I mean, it's so many places, so many hole in the walls. I mean, far as like, if you want to go straight to wings.
I'm not saying wings. Josh Allen had a plethora of restaurants.
Just food in general. Food in general. Okay,
eateries.
Food in general. I mean, it all depends what you're looking for. A good place to go eat. I don't know, bro. It's like everywhere. I mean, it's so many good spots. I think Hoagie Stop. Shout out to Hoagie Stop. They got a downtown special that hit. Me and the wife go get that all the time. So there you go. What you got? Preach.
Let me look. Shout out to my girl. We got a whole list of restaurants. I'm just trying to. I put in parentheses good if it's good and nasty if it's nasty. Mother's is good. If you haven't been to Mother's, go to Mother's. Is good.
Oh, I went to Mother's. They was booked. They only had outside available and it was cold. I'm like, yeah, wow.
Okay. Two burger spots. Burger 189 and Juicy Burger. Shout out to those two burger spots. And I'm gonna give you one more. Mon Ami. It's downtown. It's good for brunch. Monami.
Shout out to Mike. Yeah.
Listen, I'm cultured out here. Monami. It's a brunch spot. Real nice, cozy little spot. Hopefully, Josh Allen sees this. He could take his lovely girlfriend out. He's been everywhere else with her. You know what I'm saying? You need to get immersed in Buffalo culture. All right, I just wanted to make that lighthearted. Let's get into the show. Because we needed to help Josh Allen out. It's not in the Curtis. It is not in the Curtis. It's near it's right near the train station or the train track. No, it's not. Yes, it is. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to get into the minutia of that. But let's get into the show. All right. Since we watched a lot of games yesterday, and I want to ask everybody in the comments, who in the division has caught your eye, or has anybody caught your eye? Right? We was able to look at some teams. Who in the division, and if nobody in the division, you can kind of branch that out to the conference. Who in the division has caught your eye, Matt?
In the division, I mean, nobody really impresses me in our
Okay,
division. I mean,
you can say that.
the Jets, they haven't really played a lot of teams. Miami, obviously, they beat us, right? But
Okay.
I don't think we're going to see the same Miami team in Buffalo that we saw in that game. It was kind of like their big game for the year, and they're going to end up falling off. So they. And like I think, like Mike said in the comments, after watching a lot of the teams in the NFL, it's Buffalo and Kansas City. Then it's a major drop off. Maybe the Philly of the world. That's somebody we're not going to see till down the line. But it's Buffalo and KC and everybody else.
Interesting.
It's crazy. This weekend watching football with no Bills on, like the NFL turned into the NBA. The Bills is the best team, the favorite team. KC, I guess, is next. But watching football this week, we're the best team. And I don't think it's really a close best team because I know KC, they put up 44 against San Fran. Half their defense is gone, but they need Tyreek. I know he did good, but Tyreek against us, you need dynamic. You need that thing that push you over the top. That's why I guess San Fran gets to McCaffrey or something like that. But watching football, how we play football, how our defense play, how our offense is, how good Josh Allen is, it's like you either need that guy in a Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, we thought Justin Herbert, Joey Burrow, or you need that great system coach guy, that we thought was Shanahan or McVay or, you know what I mean? But we got both, bruh. Yo, Ken Dorsey is one of, if not the best offensive coordinators out there.
God.
Our offense look. Compared to how other offenses, our offense is one of the best offenses out there, if not the best. And we have the best player in football. So we're better than all y'all. We're better than everybody else, and we should win the Super Bowl. Sorry, but that's how I felt.
I hear you
watching football yesterday.
I'll say for me, the Bengals is getting it right. The Chiefs will be there, but I think the Bengals showed me like the explosiveness with their offense. What I'm saying is, if need be, if we go and say, okay, we're going to put up a lot of points, they have the talent to put up those points with us, right? Like Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a dog. You know what I mean? Tyler Boyd is a good receiver. Higgins, good receiver. Joe Mixon can run the ball. Their offensive line is getting better. So if it is a team, because I think Miami is trash. The Jets lost Breece Hall. They're donezo.
I don't believe in Zach Taylor.
I don't believe in Zach Taylor either. And I don't believe in the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, besides the Kansas City Chiefs, I think that if we do see the Bengals in the playoffs, even though they will have to come to Buffalo, obviously last year they were able to win every game on the road. You know what I mean? In the playoffs, like they have playoff pedigree from last year. So it's just something to look at. I wanted to ask the question because I know Mike in our group chat, everyone's going off the whole day like, oh my God, they all suck. The Bills wouldn't do this. The Bills wouldn't do this. So I just wanted to get your opinion on, you know what I mean? What are we looking at? Or if we're looking at anybody. And I did want to ask, because obviously the culture in Buffalo is next game, right? They never look toward the, game 15, months down the road or what have you. They look at the game, right, that's coming up. But obviously we don't have to look that way. We don't have to act that way. So I want to ask you, Matt, like with the upcoming schedule, right? And we're going to talk about the Packers game, but with the upcoming schedule, like, are we circling any games? Like, are there any trap games that we saw just kind of looking ahead during this, you know what I'm saying, bye week? Or is there any games that we're going to say, listen, this might be a tough one on the road?
The Jets just traded for James Robinson. I know that makes it more formidable or not, but.
Well, shout out to Mills. Mills just keep hitting me up for a running back. I guess maybe James Robinson can do something, Mills. So shout out to him. But
I don't know that helped the Jets, maybe.
Yeah, the Jets suck. Matt, so is there any team, right? Packers, Jets, Vikings, Browns, Lions, Patriots,
Bengals.
Is there any team we're looking at?
Yeah, I think the Vikings, they have the ability to stay in any game with their offense, right? They do have a lot of weapons across the board, but on the flip side, they really can't stop anybody. So I'm not really worried about them, and it's the same goes for the Bengals too. They have a very powerful offense, but they can't stop anybody. That's the difference between us and the other, kind of offense only teams in the NFL. So look ahead. I'm not really looking, for too many. See how we fare up against too many teams because it's going to end up being Bills KC later on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's KC. Obviously, Joe, like you said, Joey B and them boys, they got
It's KC. We're not playing KC though.
Oh,
We're
I'm thinking
gonna
you're
play
right.
them again.
You talk about
You're saying in the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah,
you talk about
giving,
remaining schedule.
I'm
My
giving a
bad.
look
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Right
just in
now.
the schedule.
Okay,
Yeah.
remaining schedule. Yeah, maybe the Vikings, but Kirk Cousins, come on. I mean, what are we talking about? So no, I think remaining schedule. My thing that's going into this year, we were going to be 16-1. So I feel like we should win out, unless barring we got the division wrapped up. We sit down Josh Allen, or we don't play Diggs week 17, week 18, whatever that is. But I don't expect as we full go, offense, defense full go, as we get healthier throughout these remaining games. I'm not circling no game. I think every game should be a win. Every game should get us better to get to that point where we want to be, and that's the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't really see a game where I'm scared of anybody. I'm not scared of anybody. We should be the favorite in every game. At some point, I mean, the closest game is going to probably be 5-6 points. I don't know. So it is what it is. We're the best team.
Yeah,
I'm listening, man.
I do want to talk about one game coming up. So over the weekend, I know we've had our guy on LaShawn, or AKA Warlock 6 on Twitter. We've had him on the show. He does something, that's awesome every week. He travels to every Bills game by himself, whether it's he lives in Long Island. He goes to all the home games, goes to all the away games. And what's special is he'll buy an extra however many I think at one time he bought like 10 tickets to a game, and he just brings random Bills fans together, brings them with him. So this week, on our Overdue Bills Pod Twitter account, we entered in there, and we actually got chosen to go to the Bills Lions Thanksgiving game. So he had a ticket for us, and I'm gonna go to the game. Mike's going down there, so it's gonna be a good time. Can't wait to meet him. And the other Bills fans that he's decided to bring. So shout out to him. I had to do a look ahead for that. We'll look out for that. We'll have him on the show to talk about it beforehand too.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Warlock, man.
Tape case with you.
We're already talking about going. He's trying to get on the field.
Oh yeah. Raw ticket.
For sure, man. Shout out. Listen. Appreciate Warlock for that, man. It's always this dude's a good fella, man. He had our guy Streets.
Sorry, Tape Kage.
Yeah, he done had our guy Streets with him. You know what I mean. One time, he's a good dude for doing that. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to. We had a lot of scheduled talk, and I just kind of wanted to get our feel on these other teams. But let's talk about our team, right? And after the bye week, Matt, give me two top players kind of moving forward, though. Now, obviously, we saw what we saw. But like moving forward, it could be two top players like you're looking at, like you're king on. These are an important players moving forward during the rest of the season. Give me two top players that you're saying, okay, these are the players that I'm looking at to take that next step or to keep doing what they are doing and build upon what they have been doing throughout the season.
Yeah, so my two players are going to be one's going to be Kaiir Elam. He's had a pretty strong start to the season. Obviously he got picked on a bunch of times. He showed that he can lock in and make a play, throughout the game. So that's really big very early in his career. And it's also going to be interesting to see how he is when we get Trey back on the field, and to see, that progression, him and Benford stepping up into those roles, and kind of how they can mix that up. So he's one of them. And then Dawson Knox is number two. I feel like, he's been pretty quiet thus far in not only the pass game, but the run game, just as far as like blocking and all that stuff. I haven't really noticed him being a big key like in our when we run the double tight end sets and stuff. So usually he was praised by announcers for that last season, and it's just I'm not seeing a lot of it. And obviously in the pass game, he needs to be more of a weapon for us, or more of a safety valve that he was.
Okay. So Kaiir Elam and Dawson Knox, Matt. I'm gonna go to Rat. Who are your two players moving forward? And I don't know if you can answer Eddie's question. I don't know if one of those players is yours,
Oh, for
But,
sure. You know,
okay,
for sure.
that's what I
For
said.
sure.
So
Khalil,
answer that question. Answer that
yo,
question.
so for sure, you know, that was my prediction. I said, you know, I think Shakir gonna end up being, you know, a starter by the end of the year. I think he's that good. I think he's a dog. When he played the game, he's somebody who always open, somebody who know how to play when to get the ball in his hands, always know how to get in that zone, know how to get them extra yards, yak, as we call it. So I think Shakir is definitely gonna overtake that. Now, I think McKenzie's still gonna get his plays, gonna get his packages, still involve him in the offense, but I think Shakir is the better natural football player, and McKenzie is more gadget. But yeah, so I think Shakir gonna have a great after the bye week. I mean, if they eventually, I think he's gonna just take it. So if they working him in there or not, I think he's gonna take that job. And also, I'm gonna go with. I want to say Rousseau because I feel like Rousseau was going to be. I said Rousseau was going to lead the team in sacks, but I'm gonna go with Gabe Davis. I'm gonna go Gabe Davis. I think Gabe Davis, that whole ankle thing, kind of sputtered him. But I think when he back off this bye week, fully 100%. He's gonna lead the team in touchdown passes this year, touchdown catches this year. So shout out to Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is gonna have a great 3/4 left of the 3/4, whatever, how much left of the season left. He's gonna have a great last 10, 12 games, whatever it is, and he's gonna have so Gabe Davis. So for me, it's Shakir and Gabe Davis offensively.
I'm glad we all picked. Well, y'all both picked offensively. I had offense defense, but I'm gonna do 2 offensive. Then we're just gonna go defense. We're gonna go all defense. For me, it's Josh Allen. Like he's a star that George Campbell's back or whatever that saying is. Like we will not win if Josh Allen is not great. Period. End of the discussion. Right. In order for us to win a Super Bowl, Josh Allen has to be Josh Allen, the Josh Allen that we've come to know and love.
Definitely.
And that's the top player. That's the player that I'm looking at to keep going up. Keep like, because at the end of the day, it's only a handful of them. When I mean by handful, I'm saying like Tom Brady, maybe Peyton Manning, and that's probably about it. Like players that I personally saw that kept going up. Like their games like just kept going up. Like it kept getting better. Josh Allen, keep getting better even during the season, right? Get better even from what we just seen, which was amazing. Get even better. Like that's somebody that I'm looking at. And also I'm looking at the guy who's been iffy, and his name is Deion Dawkins. Deion Dawkins, public service announcement. I don't know what you're doing with all of this Instagram stuff, and you know what I'm saying, all that, and you on the block.
Trying to get some deals,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? You out there with
man.
Benny and doing. Listen, I'm all about fun, but I'm also all about blocking the person in front of you, and you haven't been doing that this year. Like, I'm just being honest. Like I'm just being honest. Deion Dawkins, I don't know what's going on, but every time I look at you, you're going this way, and you're never going that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, and I'm not feeling it. I need you to be better. We paid you your money. We didn't restructure your contract. You got, you know what I'm saying? We didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I need you to be better, bro. I need you to set the tone. I need you to be that dog on the offensive line that you have been in the past. That's what I need to see. And that goes for run blocking and pass blocking. I do not need to see edge rushes going by you. I just don't need to see it. I don't need to see holding penalties. I don't need to see any of that. So for me, Deion Dawkins sets the tone. Well, obviously Mitch Morris as well, but Deion Dawkins sets the tone for our offensive line. Protect Josh at all costs. That's all I want you to do. You get paid to do one job, and you need to protect Josh Allen at all costs. All right. And now I want everybody in the comments, I need to see the names of your defensive top players moving forward. Defensive top players. We talked about offense a lot, but I think it's going to be a little tricky. Mills talked about the cornerbacks. I'm going to go first. Trey White. I don't know what we're getting. I'm hearing good things. Leslie Frazier said, my sources have said to me as well, they're taking it slow. And even when Trey is coming back, he's really going to be on a snap count, right? So, like, it might not really be until game 14, 15, 16, and even in the playoffs where we see him for a whole season, right? So, for me, Trey White, it's a big part of our defense because he is that lockdown corner, right? We've seen that. We know he can do that. I don't know if he's going to be that when he comes back. I hope he does. But I mean, that primarily is something that we need to look at. But not only for me, Trey White, but also Matt Milano. And I don't know if I'm taking anybody, but Matt Milano, I'm going to be honest, I was dubious of Matt Milano. But what Matt Milano has showed me in these games is that he's a dog and he's an elite linebacker. He makes plays. 3rd and 1, he can make that play. Right? I've seen him. He's great in coverage. If Matt Milano can keep taking steps to be elite, like our defense is on another level. Like with the pass rush with an elite linebacker, oh my God, man. So Matt Milano for me is that guy. Trey White and Matt Milano. So Matt, you said Kaiir Elam, right?
Yeah.
Give me another one.
Besides Kaiir Elam, maybe a Teron Johnson could be something going forward too with Trey coming back. The pressure will be off a lot. I think of him, in the slot and things like that. So I'd like to see some more of him going forward too.
Okay.
For me, is whoever in that high role. Right, if it's Hamlin, it's a Jaquan Johnson, whoever's in that high row. Because if we go to the game we lost against Miami, that play over the top over Jaquan Johnson and Hamlin head, that's all right. We can beat him up the middle if we get our fastest guy up the seam. With those two safeties. But Poyer is back now, so whoever is that off safety that in that high roll, understanding that you're gonna be a lick, you're gonna be the guy people gonna try to target. Obviously, we're going once with Trey White get back, and we're gonna have more experience on the ends and Teron Johnson in the slot. So that second cornerback, whoever the second cornerback is when Trey White get back, and that whoever's in that high position on the defense side, either Hamlin or Jaquan Johnson, whoever it is, knowing that defense is gonna want to attack them early and often because they know, in a one game we lost, that's how they beat us when them big plays. So I think them two positions is key.
And spin. I agree. I do agree with the Trey White piece. We really don't need Trey White to get the 1 seed. I think we're going to lock that up. But I will say this. I want when Trey White comes back, I want him to be effective because I don't want us to give him that spot just based off name and money, right? Like because obviously we're doing fine now, right? You know what I mean? Kaiir Elam is doing all right. Dane Jackson, Benford, they're doing pretty decent. But I don't want us to be obligated to give him that spot just based off, oh my God, it's Trey White. He's been this in the past. I want to see it, right? So I want to see him play well in some regular season games so he can earn that spot. Like he got to earn it. Like it's just at the end of the day, he got to earn it. And I also agree with that Ed Oliver piece, man. Listen, Ed Oliver showed me something in the first couple games. Y'all know last year I wasn't the biggest Ed Oliver fan. I was told by multiple people to lay off Ed Oliver, so I've been laying off. But Ed Oliver, it's time to go to another level. Your ankle should be healed.
I agree
with that. Your ankle should be healed. We picked you early. You're supposed to be one of those first-round picks. When they talk about the 49ers of the world and Quentin Williams with the Jet and all those, like, you know what I mean? Like that built their line through the draft. We did that. I need to see it. I need to see the fruits of our labor. Simple as that.
If Rousseau gonna take that step, which I think he is, Ed Oliver need to take a step too. He needs to match whatever Rousseau do for us. He needs to match, if not do better.
Right,
real. That's a fact.
Well, Von Miller setting the tone. But listen, we didn't want to necessarily be on long, but I did want to ask the guys: do y'all think this 10.5 point spread for the Buffalo Bills is that disrespectful? Is that just too much? Because at the end of the day, right, we're at home. I know Green Bay is not doing well, and Aaron Rodgers came out and said that this might be the best thing for the Green Bay Packers, right? Nobody believes in us type of thing. So I'm going to ask you, Rad, and then Matt. Rad, do you think that this 10.5 spread is too much? Could this be like a letdown game for the Bills?
I mean, you could always think, coming off a bye, are you going to start slow? That physicality of not just playing a game last week. The team who just played the game, they was just in the trenches. You can have that let down early on. But I think McDermott, it being a home game, it being prime time, I think we're gonna be straight. I think 10.5 points. I think it's it's Vegas. They trying to beg us to put some money. They trying to beg people to put money on Green Bay. Clearly, I mean, everybody understand what type of game it's gonna be. I mean, they just lost to the Jets. They just lost to the Giants. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. The last way Aaron Rodgers was face down in the dirt, and now we coming to perhaps one of the best, if not the best, D lines in football, and one of the best. The Bills, our home field advantage is getting even crazier. So I don't see it. I think 10.5. I think it's a good spread. I think I'm not pick our score prediction is gonna be bigger than that. My joint is gonna be bigger than that. So
Put
10.5 it is what it is.
Put Spin comment up. Spin wild out. But Matt, do you feel that way? Do you feel like Spin? Do you think it's disrespectful the other way?
I do. I think it's pretty disrespectful to us. I mean, I think this is one of those games where I probably would have started it at 16.5. I said in the group chat
16.5.
I put in the group chat that we'll be up by 3
chill.
touchdowns a half, man.
Yo, we gotta chill.
No, they haven't. Green Bay hasn't given us a reason to think that it's going to be any different. You know what I mean? They obviously they have the Aaron Rodgers effect, right? But they don't have receivers. Their defense.
Sammy Watkins just got back. I heard.
Yeah. All right.
Revenge game for Sammy.
Yeah,
Sammy in your DFS lineup.
Yo,
I guess, man. But on the other side of it, though, coming off a bye, our offense, I don't think we're going to come out, stagnant. I think we're going to come out rolling. It's going to be at home, a little Sunday night action. I didn't look at the weather report, but if this week stays how it is,
that's not staying how it is, by the way.
It should be a nice night. Sunday night, under the lights, another
62
prime game.
62 high.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah,
so
not bad.
Yeah, I think that it's gonna be. It could be like easily a 31-10 game or
something my God,
like that.
Woo! Listen,
they just lost. I mean, they lost 3 in a row. So everything, Vegas wise, NFL. This is the NFL too, so it could be one of those crazy games, but I doubt it.
I'll say this. This is definitely a Packers kitchen sink game, right? Like they're gonna literally
it's a must win.
Plays. It's gonna be all the wild stuff. Whatever. But for us, for the Buffalo Bills, this is a Sean McDermott game. Off of a bye, I want to see how you prepare our players to come back and win this game, right? I just want to see it. Like you're that coach. You're supposed to be a top coach in the league, one of the top coaches. I want to see if we're prepared for the kitchen sink. Right? If they come out first play of the game and it's an onside kick, I want to see that we're prepared for the onside kick. I want to see that we're prepared for the punt that they're actually trying to, you know what I'm saying, do a fake punt. Because that's what's coming. I want to see our defense at home on a reverse, double reverse, stuff like that, because that's what's coming. That's what we're going to see. I want to see that we're prepared for the crazy blitzes and all those things.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think LaFleur. He's going in. I don't think he wants to punt the ball. I think any type of fourth downs, he probably gonna go for it. I don't think he's gonna play the field position game with or something like that. And he seems pissed, obviously.
Right,
Matt LaFleur, but he seems pissed. He understand they don't look the same. Aaron Rodgers look older. Yeah. The O-line is not good. AJ Dillon. Aaron Jones had a day, but AJ Dillon has been terrible.
But it's not even so much.
Lazard hurt again.
It's not so much Green Bay, it's the Buffalo Bills, right?
You're right.
I think we've gotten to that point, and we've talked about it because I asked everybody about the opponents. Everybody said the opponents is trash or they're not up to our caliber. So if that is the case, then if the Bills play a game, then we're going to win, and we're going to win by a lot. Simple as that. If all we got to do is play our A game, and we will win by a lot.
Putting up 40 points,
right? Then that's what it is, right? So the 10.5 point spread is not enough.
It's not. It should be 20.
So shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate y'all. The comments was lit, man. Shout out to the comments, and y'all was definitely lit today. Definitely wanted to touch on a lot of things today after the bye week. Definitely excited. Be on the lookout for an interview. We try to get somebody else from the opposite team. We go and get an op. We get an op. Talk to the op. You know what I mean? See what they got to say about their sorry team, and let them know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So please be on that show. We want all of our fans on that show so we can really. We want them to be comfortable. We want to show them Buffalo hospitality. But we also want to let them know that we're going to win the game. So we definitely want y'all in the comments to let them know that. But with that being said, Matt, do we have any contest talk today?
Yeah, so actually, I didn't get to announce the winner of last game's contest. We had the score prediction, which nobody got, and then we had the tiebreaker with Stephon Diggs' catches and yardage. We had 2 people guess the correct amount of catches. And then the winner went to the closest with the yardage. That was Justin Jopp. So shout out to Justin. You'll get your gift card, Wing King's $30 gift card this weekend or this week. I'll definitely get that to you. And then this week we're gonna do another contest, another score prediction. Bills against the Packers Sunday night at 8:30. Get your prediction in, and as a tiebreaker, we're gonna pick somebody new this week. We're gonna do Devin Singletary's rushing yards and his receiving yards as a secondary tiebreaker.
Okay, please enter into that. Matt's gonna post it up on our Instagram, Facebook page. You can put it in the comments. That's how you enter in. I know everybody wants to ask about that. Shout out to Buffalo Wing Kings for sponsoring that. Josh Allen, if you need that sponsor, we got you. Diggs already had the Buffalo Wing Kings, so we just waiting for you. But with that being said, shout out to Mike D and the Instagram show. Please be on the lookout for that on Sunday. And I think that's all I got. Like, share, rate, and review overduebillspod.com. And you know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby.